What's really good, everybody? We back out here. We back out here. And we're gonna open it up.
This little
Solomon.
kind of an just
I'm in.
waiting
Don't
for
worry.
him to
Hey, if we are all here, before we
There he
start, can I
Yeah.
ask something real quick? Because
Yeah.
we stream this one and everything,
Mhm.
and I did message it to Darth and Randy, but I wanted to bring it up to you as well, Archie. There's like right next to where our nonprofit foundation is. There's another nonprofit foundation, and they're called RPG Therapeutics, and they help people with like mental disabilities and like post-traumatic stress disorder and trauma and things like that by playing D&D and games with them and things like that. And like they're like psychologists and things, like certified psychologists that do it through games in order to like fix their shit. I was just kind of wanting to like plug just that a little bit
Yeah.
before we start, because it's a nonprofit. You know, if people can donate, they can donate. They just go to the website,
Plug
just
it.
Google it.
We're live.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I would. Oh, we are live right now.
Send it.
Oh well, shit. All right. Well, so yeah, I work for the Guardian Foundation. We're a nonprofit organization that helps homeless people. And right next door to us is another nonprofit organization called RPG Therapeutics. And what they do is they use D&D and other RPG style games, tabletop and virtual and online. And they help people with mental disabilities, learning disabilities, past trauma, like PTSD and other things like that, and physical disabilities who can't get around and things like that. And originally, the whole time, they were going around in trailers, going to like schools and things like that, and plugging what they're doing. But they're building a museum right next door to our building, and so I was talking to the guy the other day, and I really like what he's spitting because he's really helping these kids out and things like that. So I figured it'd be really cool. You go to RPG Therapeutics, Google it. I think it's rpg.l is their web. I will figure out a link or something that we can put up on the channel later on. But yeah, they're awesome. They're nonprofit, so everybody that works there works for free. So anything you guys can do to help them out, because they're just helping out people who need some help, and they're doing it in the way that we all know and love, D&D.
I'm gonna post a link up in the chat so it pops up on the stream. Yeah, if you're watching this later, grab that link, go check it out.
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's actually a really, like, honestly, I was they give classes and things. Also, if you are well versed in working with therapy and mental conditions and things like that, they have a few spots all over the U.S. And if you are certified in that and you're interested in D&D and you know how to play, they are looking for employees right now with those certifications to come and work with people with disabilities to help them out through D&D. So just more opportunities and things like that to help out people doing the thing we all know and love.
Sweet, man. That's rad.
Cool. Yeah,
that's super cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
They also offer the certifications on their site to get these certifications to then help them out, by the way.
Yeah, that's even better.
Definitely.
Nice.
Thanks for sharing and shouting that out, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool thing that they're trying to do, and I really support it.
That's right.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So that's kind of is probably everything we wanted to say before. So we're back on a very green map that I just had to throw together because of that one.
It's like a green screen if nobody knew what a green screen was.
Yeah, it's a little bit too dark for that, but yeah, you could use it probably in a little bit.
Like I said, if nobody knew what a green screen was, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's true. So basically what happened was that Solomon kind of had, like, he was on watch but didn't really watch, just ran into a few wolves, and you did manage to kill them all. So yeah, that was a day out, like, well, half a day out from your destination. at this place called Telemok that you wanted to go to. I think we already said that you would, after this, have, the rest of the night to actually get your rest. So yeah, we could probably just start kind of at the next day, so we can probably get off this map pretty soon.
And we're okay with taking a full rest then?
Yeah, if you
Sweet.
Most definitive.
Yeah, because I
Yes.
got fucked up on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to take a
You would
nap, Holmes.
probably just, you just sleep an hour longer.
feel like
than
I
you would
slept.
have otherwise.
I pulled a bunch of those dead wolf carcasses onto me to make a nice,
Wolf
a
blanket.
nice down comforter for myself.
Sure, I
Piled
mean,
that on.
why not? Yeah. So yeah, you definitely get to sleep. Maybe you sleep in a little bit, so you get your full rest and yeah, sleep well under your wolves. But other than that, you just had this little sheltered place close to a bigger chunk of rock and just, sleep there until you're all ready to just go on.
Esther's like looking at the sun and then like looking down
Mm-hmm.
and like trying to judge the time as close as possible. And he's like,
Now we're current.
"That should be good." Hey, so
Yeah.
it's time for us to roll out. Yeah, all right, it's time to get this pony rolled. And he just like kicks him awake and then just starts rolling off.
Oh, I don't roll too good nowadays.
Well, I can help you out with that if you just let me ride you.
Oh,
It would be like one of those balls, the sacks with the ball. You'd just be going sideways like, wow, 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 wow.
I don't want to be a ball sack.
Let's save the ball riding after
Nobody
we get
said
the rest.
anything
I
about
don't know
a
if we
sack.
have the energy for ball riding tonight.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, isn't this after? Are we after the rest already? Isn't this in the morning?
We can totally start like after the rest, unless there is technically I think Sherwin would be the one that, if you wanted to, if there's anything you want to talk to Klaus about or anything, you would be welcome to do that, or just let me know.
I just want to do my standard getting to know him a little bit, talking.
Mhm.
Just
All right.
you know my
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. I'll probably just send you another chunk
I'm
of
awake.
his story as well.
Cool.
You're asleep. You ain't ever waking up again.
You leave my friend Klaus alone there, Esther.
One
Yeah,
of these
so
times you ain't gonna be watching them.
yeah, apart from that whole Klaus thing, you're getting really close. There's the mountains pretty much right in front of you. This ill-used road that you have been following is definitely going up the mountain as well. And I mean, Klaus knows that that's basically where Talamok is in some way.
I'm still gonna try and maintain my forward guard position, like well
Okay.
ahead of everybody else,
Mhm.
and then waiting for them, and then going way ahead of them again.
All right.
Waiting for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. How far ahead do you go?
Well out of sight.
Okay.
Like, way ahead.
Okay.
I'm leaving a trail behind me for them
Okay.
to follow while I scout ahead, because I'm sneakier. I can see in the dark. Like, I do not trust their sneakiness. It has proven to be very unreliable.
All right.
I hate to retcon, but I would like to go back to the chat where I got Esther saying he was going to make me a big ass wolfskin cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we would like to salvage what we could from these things. And I
No,
mean,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I thought we had already started to do that before, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. I did promise to make him a big ass wolfskin.
Yeah,
cloak,
you did.
So
All right. I think you.
Do you guys
You
know
have-
how to make leather goods?
Oh yeah, so
Are we just
what
winging
I'll-
it, or
no. So
we're winging it.
I'll put my shield on
I
one
mean,
of
I
these
don't-
things,
I don't-
and
I
I
don't know.
jump on it a bunch of times. I'll
Uh-huh.
flatten it
Uh-huh.
out really good. It makes a good
I know how to
toothpaste.
skin something.
That sounds.
What I don't know how to do is make it into something.
So no.
Well,
No
Level's-
tanning.
It's
What's
gonna be
good?
a learning experience.
What
I know
is
they
Alright.
good?
stretch it on a thing. That's all I know. I've seen it at the
Yeah,
store.
it's like-
That's it.
I got the basics. I see it stretched. I know there involves some sort of powder. You put it on there. It involves time. We got the skins for now. Yeah. You put this powder on it.
You just like rub dirt in it. Like what kind of powder?
No. It's a white powder of some sort. See, I actually
you
know
know,
how tanning
just,
works, and being a ranger, I assume he would have seen it done at
Out
some
here
point in
being
time.
cursed.
So he would have
Yeah.
seen them
Got
doing
my-
the powder
Got my water this time.
onto it and then rubbing
Cheers.
it in. But he wouldn't know that it's what the curing agent is to dry it out and harden it. It's like, I don't remember exactly what it is. My roommate used to tan, and he used to have me help him do it. So.
Well, and he used
I was
powder
like-
instead of straight up.
I know.
It's
Yeah,
random.
this is like my old
Um,
roommate used to make me. So I was like, I actually
Just
do know
did.
how this works.
I just
Yeah,
Yeah,
did that.
me too.
Like
you
in
it's
fantasy
tanning.
times, you would probably just have a bunch of people pee into a bucket. And
I kinda
powder's
let
Yeah,
used
this
dude.
guy make
nowadays,
his
so you
version.
don't have to do that. Because tanning was one of the worst things you could do in terms of having any kind of reputation and people actually wanting to visit you ever, because you would stink all day,
No.
every day, just always, and you would probably become kind of, you wouldn't notice anymore after a while, but people would.
I feel like
And
if I was
even-
around and you tried to tell me that, like, yeah, Tanny's just peeing in a bucket, I'd be like, you almost got me. Nice,
Yep.
nice try.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's
okay.
some fun videos
Okay.
of people kind of trying the old school way. Yeah.
So
it's not a nice
Leroy
road
in
to
our
go down.
other campaign would probably be perfect to get into tanning because nobody likes
Yeah.
it anyways.
Well, hold
Yeah.
on. I know how tanning works. You just have to wait for
You
the
just
sun to
get
come
into the
up,
sun.
and we'll lay it out.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
Look,
It'll
all right.
it's
I've
better
seen
than
it
just
done.
flattening out a few wolves, I guess.
I'll flatten out.
We
I'll
need to
flatten them all
find
out,
a
and we'll let them cook. and-
Okay, so,
Mm.
well, see, because he's from Eberron, so that's a
Mhm.
technologically advanced world.
Yeah.
So I'm saying his way of tanning is probably
Totally.
more like the modern
Yeah.
day tanning.
Yeah.
So he has no idea about how to do it in this world
No.
at all. And he
No.
didn't even know how to do it in his world. He's just like, all we got to do is find us a fine white powder, spread it on the back side of this. Then you get a
Uh-huh.
little bit wet. You make sure to rub it in
Uh-huh.
real nice and good.
Uh-huh.
And then you leave it out, set for a little while. They do it again, repeat the process. Then you put this other, it's a type of liquid. It smells really strongly, not quite alcohol, but not quite glue. It's somewhere right in the middle of there. And you put that on the back of it, dry. And you powder it, and then you let it dry. And then you put that, you do that for about 2 days, and then boom,
Mhm.
there you are, cloak. Now,
I've made a huge
I
mistake
have
bringing
no
this up.
idea what that powder is.
Nope, you wouldn't know.
But I'm pretty sure if we find fine white powders, we can put it on this naked
You'll
skin
know it
that
when
we
you
have
see
here. But we'll bring it with us. And
I mean,
he just like,
logically,
he
I'm
just
pretty sure that the
hands him just
tanners aren't the
wolf
hunters, so
skins.
the hunters got to be able to do something to it to bring it to the tanner. Maybe you could just like store it and we could take it somewhere.
Oh yeah, I know how to preserve it to where
Yeah,
we
let's
can
just
get it
do
to them.
let's
That's
let's
easy.
just do that, and then we'll have a professional handle it.
Yeah, you want me to roll like a survival check or something to keep it together?
Yeah,
Or
let's call it a survival
like
check.
that.
And I think that Solomon's actually helping,
Oh, yeah.
probably. So you would get advantage on this.
Yeah, you get the big hands on the hip.
Which is
Yeah,
good.
so
which
you
is
know.
good. I'm not
that's
fantastic at
okay.
it, but I do know what it
No.
is. I do
Yeah.
know how to do that as a ranger.
Yeah. it'll, you know, the whole thing.
Again, I'm a terrible ranger. I love
Yeah.
dragons.
Yeah. You know, you do an okay job. Like, really just about
Yeah, I think
average.
you're doing fine. This is how I help. I
Yeah.
think you're doing a great job. Oh no, you cut its head off there. But
Mhm.
maybe you're doing all right. But I think you're a great ranger. All right, you got a lot of
If you
range.
tan all that and stuff,
know.
and if someone finishes it for you, there will be a hole in it somewhere because there's a part where it's not as nicely,
Hey,
skinned.
bud, I think it's real good. Sometimes you just need a spot that you can look through.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I think
Solomon!
it's pretty
A
nice.
peeking hole.
Solomon. Gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
fucking honest with you. I got no idea what I'm doing here.
Oh, you
Now
fooled
this
me.
right here
That's not easy to do.
is honestly, I just saw other people doing it. I normally pay.
I
I
think it looks
flew
great.
on the goddamn ships. You know what I'm saying? I paid people. Well, let's be real here. I
Well, guess
convinced people that I was going to pay them for dues and services, and then
guess
swindled
what,
them out
bud?
of everything they have.
I hate
That
to
is here
burst.
nor there.
I hate to burst your airship bubble, but you can put tannin on your resume now. Look at that. Look at you. Look at you growing. Look at your career just
This
taking off.
this is preserved. This
Always
is.
thinking ahead.
I mean, you could wear this
Always
as a
thinking ahead,
cloak.
Bob.
You could super do it. I wouldn't advise it. It's gonna start stinking
Nailed it.
here in about 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
I will take the stinky thing and I will put it on my back and be like, "Oh, it's so
Nice.
snuggy." Oh,
Yeah, there's still,
I
some
do.
flesh on it.
I will
so-
still make sure that you have a wolfskin cloak at some point in time. That
Yeah.
will not make me want to vomit.
that's fine. Mostly just wanted to get the meat so we had more rations to bring.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Oh
can
yeah, we definitely have
absolutely take
all.
that stuff. Yeah, that's
I was
even
like, did I
even
do
if you
good
do a
enough for
bad
meat
job.
at least?
Yeah. It's good enough
Well, we do have
both
a horn
for
that creates an
getting.
unlimited amount of food.
Yeah, you do have food
Yeah, that
technically,
is
but
also true.
yeah, you can absolutely take the food and not say that those like you get with that job. Let's say you get like 2 rations out of each of the smaller wolves, and gonna be 4 out of the big one. It could have been more, but you
Are
at
you
some point you
guys
poke something and it's just gonna spoil whatever rest is in there.
is okay with me putting that in my inventory? Because I
You
mostly
go
want to
right
give it to the
ahead.
people, the other people. 'Cause that town is just
I
starving.
have no rations, but I'm a very.
I mean, I'll just
capable
literally
hunter,
just carry
so,
it for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I was
looks
gonna
great.
say,
It looks
I
great.
can also. I can get us more. It will not be hard. That is one thing I'm good at is killing it.
Well,
Killing it, I
Sauron's
can.
not
Well, I
gonna
mean,
need anyone
it
to
might be
kill
a
him
wild
anyway.
thing, but I'm really good at shooting things without asking questions first. So
Wait, you what?
I can get us more food.
I would really like to eat that.
Yep.
I could eat it all right now.
Oh, buddy.
You could still eat it all technically there, Sherwood.
Well,
You can
well,
still
that's-
definitely eat it.
Yeah.
You could put it in your mouth. You could eat it.
well, I told
It's not
Soren.
going to do shit for you. So
told-
we're going to keep on.
I told Soren I wouldn't
Keep it up.
need anything. I think he felt bad when I was puking all over the place. I got some on Klaus
No,
here.
no,
He hasn't changed
I'm
his
not
shirt yet.
saying. I'm not saying it's a good
Yeah.
idea to do it. I'm just you can all you want.
Well, if we can get this necklace delivered, then he'll be able to eat again.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying I could have killed him in the first place and we wouldn't be in this situation. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, but
I can do it. Give him. Hey, Klaus,
Sherwin's
I have a
whole
necklace
thing
for you.
is just,
hear me out. Hear me out. I got this necklace for you. It's got a curse. It ain't too bad though. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to figure it out. Now, if you just buy it from me for 100 gold pieces, it'll be no problem at all.
Esther, Klaus doesn't have 100 gold pieces.
He looks at you quite scared.
How much does he have?
I don't have anything. I
I
don't
will
have
trade you your
anything.
life for it.
No, Esther. He does have some. He has my friendship. That's what he has here.
Yeah.
Also, Esther, he kind of looks horrible in necklaces. Look at him; he's all like dead and dying. It just doesn't Just fit him well.
He's still very bony,
Oh,
but
I
he's
mean,
kind of
kind of.
getting back some color at least, and having actually been able to like eat and drink normally.
Like
for,
right
like,
in
a
front
little
of him, I
I'd say
grab his
Death
wrist. I'm like, look
League.
how gross he is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he needs to get better. No more necklaces for him for a while. Look at this set. Oh, Klaus.
Well, I mean, he
Gross.
does look deathly,
just
but
looks
I
very
could show
sheepish
you
right now.
looking dead and dying. Just give me a second.
He pretty much just hides behind everybody else and tries to get as many others between himself and
Oh,
Esther.
come on, Klaus.
Like he basically just hides behind Sherwin and Solomon mostly.
Not
All
sus,
right, that
Dev.
was fun. Next time you
I'm
won't
not
see me
sus.
coming. I'm off then.
I might
And
be.
then he just
Yeah, I'm
runs
trying to
back
pack
out
up.
Might
to
be
go
sus.
scout ahead again.
Yeah, I'm trying to pack up camp real quick. We need to
Yeah.
hustle.
All right. So as Esther just kind of vanishes forward, you all pack everything together. It's not that much. Basically, just probably shove the rest of the wolf carcasses like next to that stone or something. And if you even do anything, and then just leave. And yeah, on the way, Klaus will kind of keep telling Sherwin a little bit about his past and his life. Esther, there's one point, but it's a little bit later in this part of the travel here where you do just kind of ahead of you think you might have like spotted something. You're not entirely sure. There was some kind of a big entity that you can't really tell. It's just kind of as if something was kind of walking, like it's when you are in the mountains and something was just kind of walking around there. Looked like something
Would
on
I
two legs, but pretty big. And you just got a
would I have had
glimpse
an
of it.
inkling on which way it would have been going by the glimpse? Was like a glimpse to my right or a glimpse to my left?
It would have kind of crossed the path that you're on. But as far as you can tell from the way it's kind of moving a little bit away from you guys. So it would have given you the impression that it did not see you. You just saw it as it was just kind of wandering somewhere that's not in your direction.
It immediately like rolled off the path, got behind cover, waited
Okay.
till it was like out of sight.
Mm-hmm. It's
Waited for
really
the
like
crew,
it's only
and then
visible
like,
for
we're
like 1 second.
not going that way.
You're kind
Yeah, I
of
was
like
just
it's
like I would just immediately just freeze, wait for everybody else to be like, we're not going in this direction. Like where I saw it for a glimpse of a second, that's where we're not going.
yeah. So yeah, you don't like it's just a very short glimpse anyway, and it doesn't look like it's going exactly where you're going, but kind of into like if you were heading right now in the mountains, you're heading kind of northwest, pretty much exactly, and this thing is more heading like north, a little like northeast maybe. So just a different angle, but you're both kind of heading north. That's all you know from what you've seen, and that's pretty good because you rolled an at 20 on it. But yeah,
Yeah,
other than that,
I mean, if I could
nothing.
gauge just
Mhm. You
if I
just
could
know
gauge like
it's
a kind of what who's my
yeah.
in the background. We can hear whatever you got going on in the
Sorry,
background.
that's me. That's me. My bad.
It's all good.
Yeah, I was there. Whatever direction I perceive he might be going in,
Mhm.
I'm going to try to wait for everybody and path around that
Yeah.
direction. 'Cause I know what might be out there, and I'm
That
absolutely
entity,
not trying to deal with
is not using the path at this time. As when you saw this, whatever it was, it did not
that. Okay,
like
so
use
keeping
the
the
path.
path would still
So
make sense.
it would still be okay, but you just don't know if it's itself just like if it was just walking in circles or anything, yeah, it would cross the path again. But the direction it was going was kind of right across the path in a like a 45-ish degree angle, and then kind of turning a little bit further off the path as it was kind of vanishing behind a big rock. So yeah, it probably fine.
Okay. I mean, I'd still wait for the group, let them know that I saw something big.
All
It
right.
went kind
Yeah.
of that way, and we should
Yeah.
probably hurry it up just a smidge.
Yeah. The rest of the group is like there's not that much to see around here. It's kind of getting a little bit the landscape isn't as green and lush anymore, and you're just heading into mountainous terrain, getting a little bit you walk uphill now pretty much all the time. Um and after a few hours of this, you also notice that like there's also a little bit of a shift in temperature. It is noticeably getting cooler. Not cold, just definitely cooler than it was as you were walking, just along this big plain that you were on before. Um, but you don't really. There's not much to see as far as you're concerned. Like you did meet some bandits, it seems, earlier. Those were on the way roughly southward, and that's all the people you have seen. Is there anything you would like to do while you're just, while you just walk ahead, keep walking? All right.
Not for
I
me.
just keep checking in to make sure I'm on track.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to hustle with. I'm still pulling Sherwin on
Yeah.
the shield, and occasionally
Yeah.
maybe Klaus or something. But I have like the sled
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Yeah, Klaus is
Klaus
definitely
is like barely
very
alive
close
for one
to
reason.
Sherwin.
It's because I still need him to get where we're going.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps kind of telling Sherwin his life story. Like, they are talking quietly.
And I would think that Soren's kind of guiding me, like he's kind of in front.
Yeah,
And
probably.
Yeah, I definitely would be walking around where we're with Solomon,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
looking back every once in a while to make sure that Sherwin's holding up okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
Yep.
I'm doing just fine. I'm just a little tired. Just a little tired.
Every time
Yeah.
I check in, I try and scare the shit out of him, out of
Let's
Klaus.
just we'll just stay on the path, Solomon, and we'll continue along until Esther comes and tells us to turn off somewhere.
Bah! Could have gotten you that time.
Oh God,
He
Esther, why?
doesn't actually do
Why?
that. There's Klaus just kind of tells you to pretty much just keep on that path, just not stray on. There's some very small little side paths to this that might just be made by some kind of an animal or something. But he just
How,
tells you
f-
to keep going on the actual little bit of a path that's getting a little bit thinner and less worn pretty much by the hour.
how long did it take you to get there, Klaus?
Oh, well, we we were trying to, not be seen most of the time. Mm, I think, well, we from about the same place where we just rested a little bit further up the road. I think we just had just a day, a little bit over. It was getting dark when we got there. Pretty quickly. Must have been. Well, the sun was just about to go down. Um, so yeah, maybe a little bit later in the evening. We had walked for a little bit longer than usually, But we were trying to be careful, of course.
Did you encounter any threats or anything as you went in? Was there anything that you had to sneak past?
Oh, yeah, yes. I think he probably just told Sherman as well. There was this. Well, there was this guy on. There's bridges to that place. They're all. Most of them are broken. If they're still as they were then, probably. I don't think anybody repairs those. Mm, they there's one bridge that still is holding up, and there's just this guy. He yes, he demanded the coin. It's like a skeletal man. It's kind of hard to describe. Just I think must be bound by some kind of curse.
He didn't escort you across a river or anything, did he, for in exchange for the coin?
No, he just he asked for a coin in order to let you pass over the bridge. I don't even know if there's a river underneath this. There's just it's a huge there's just a chasm, and that just doesn't seem to end. It's kind of misty down there, and but I don't think it was. I didn't hear any water.
No, kind of had me worried for a second. I was thinking about a legend from where the place where I come from.
Yep. So apart from this skeletal person, no, it was just just a necropolis. I mean, there's a lot of statues. They kind of look scary from if you just look at from the corner of your eye. You always think there's somebody watching you there.
Well, I guess we should make sure we have money to pay for the toll for this bridge.
Klaus kind of thinks for a second.
I have the Dragon Lord's coin, don't I?
Yeah, one of you does have that. I think it was you.
Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
He thinks for
We're
a
on our way
second and just goes,
to a necropolis.
"Well,
I play Sherwin. I'm cursed.
I don't think
Gotta get me taken care of.
I don't know what they gave him. I don't know what it costs, so to speak. Just yeah, but they gave the skeletal person a coin. That's all I know. I'm not even sure what it was. Looked a little bit bigger, but I don't know. I'm
I
sure it
wouldn't
wasn't
be
a
there
copper
right
piece.
at the moment, would I?
All Klaus really knows it like just from looking at it would be that it wasn't a piece of copper, pretty much. He would be very unsure about what they did because he had nothing to do with this. Like he just kind of stumbled into those other guys that he went with and never knew where they even like if it was any kind of special coin or anything, he wouldn't know about it because he had just met those people. Um, so you can ask anything you like and try to figure out anything, but he will not be able to tell you more, pretty much more than it was a bigger coin, which makes him assume that it is not like it wasn't cheap. Um, and otherwise, it the guy didn't seem to really be like a joke or anything. Um, so yeah, it might be a good idea to try and actually pay him, probably. His companions did not try to keep the money. And you just, from what he told you about the amount of time that you would need to get there, you will definitely, because you would have slept in a tiny little bit because of the fight, but not a lot. You would get there still in daylight, but it would be maybe like, an hour before sundown. Although in the mountains, that might mean different things. But as you're kind of walking along now and it's getting steeper, just everybody, could you make a constitution check just to see how well you get along? The only one that doesn't have to is Sherwin, because if he just gets pulled, he will not need to, walk himself up the mountain.
I don't know if this adds to anything, but I do have Mountain Born, so I don't suffer penalties from being in high altitude.
you wouldn't either. You're fine in mountains.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
just a check though. So Esther,
yeah,
if
okay.
what's your? I mean, is 17 is the check also +2?
It's the
Your
same.
con? Yeah. Okay. So in that case, totally fine. Soren's gonna have a little bit of a harder time to walk in front of Solomon.
That totally checks out.
Like, you're kind
And,
of getting pushed every now and then by him.
It's kind of slow walking.
Yeah.
Klaus,
Um,
I thought you shouldn't we be there by now?
Can we assume that I didn't hear the coin conversation?
Yeah, if you were walking ahead most of the
Because
time,
I
you
would have
wouldn't
been,
have
because
known
I've
it.
been just flitting back and forth.
Yeah, you would, you wouldn't really need to, like, why would you pay attention to like the little snippets of conversation if you're trying to like just
Especially
go
if
back
coming
and
from
forth?
Klaus.
Yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't have heard that part of it, but the others know that there might be some kind of a fee involved to get over a bridge. You're all fine. I mean, Solomon will definitely have to help Soren a little bit. Like, you're probably pulling your improvised sled, but also kind of pushing Soren up, is what I'm imagining right now. So, yeah, Soren on his own is definitely gonna lose a lot of speed here.
Get that great feeling of having another sweaty person touch me while I'm really sweaty.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's also kind of getting cooler, and you actually see that those mountains are high enough to have a little bit of snow on them. Especially in little valleys that probably never really see any sunlight. You do see some snow just gathering every now and then. And it's a rocky, very steep path that still is visibly something that has been made by people. Like somebody actually made this path. It's not just from walking. And you have a few stones every now and then, kind of just lining the path to both sides, kind of like just like way markers. Yeah.
Is it getting
So
cold?
it is getting like not extremely cold, but it is getting noticeably cooler, and there's a pretty cold wind. So yeah, from you're all gonna be pretty sweaty, and as long as you just keep moving, it's probably okay. But it'll definitely be pretty chilly if you like rest anywhere.
I don't think I can sweat.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying
um,
physiologically, cats
yeah,
don't sweat.
no,
So I don't think I
just at the
could either.
paws, like the paws can sweat, I think, on
Yep.
cats.
I will say I'm a desert cat though, so I'm not a
Oh,
happy
Esta,
cat.
that's a pretty weird flex. To throw away.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, physiologically, I was like, I'm pretty sure cats don't sweat.
I'm a wet turtle.
Yeah. As you're walking along, at some point, Klaus will kind of also noticeably start to lag behind the others, and just ask Solomon, could I maybe, can I, is it okay if I get on the, is it okay if I get on the sled?
Yeah, of
Shield.
course.
And he'll just kind of plump down right next to Sherwin.
Oh, here,
yeah.
Do you want some blanket?
Yeah.
Get back.
Oh,
Relax.
yes, please.
Take a ride.
As soon as you say anything to him, he'll just kind of crawl to the other side of Sherwin.
Don't you worry. We got to make sure you get there.
And just hide under this blanket.
When are we stopping?
If you want to stop anywhere before anything else happens, I would assume that Esther would be the first one to actually reach the bridges. What you see, I'll just give that to all of you, actually. But the first one to see it would be Esther. Let me just get this picture on there. Is pretty much this.
Do I see these things?
Ruin bridge. There's only one thing, as in undead, living, whatever. There's a skeletal man standing at the end of a bridge that looks pretty ruined, but all the other bridges that also are parallel to this one are leading into nothing. Like, there's a big chasm that you don't actually see the bottom of.
Low metal growls come from this picture.
Quite thin bridges that lead over to the other side. All of them except for one is broken enough that you cannot like jump over or anything, and the one that's still intact has a guardian standing at the end of that bridge, kind of looking out, not really like a watch post, but he's definitely blocking the way for anybody who would want to cross over. And you also see broken statues. He would, I'll probably just roll for him. I mean, I have him on this huge map.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, exactly. Roll a stealth check, and I will tell you if he sees you.
Probably.
Ooh.
Yeah, probably.
At least you said you were going to roll. There's a chance.
Yeah.
Well, come on there, Klaus. It looks like this is where we part ways with the rest of the party.
Yeah, I think a 15 would suffice there. And even his passive perception is is really high. This guy is gonna see you, probably. Like, and you kind of have this, for a split second, there's this feeling of like eyes just boring holes into the back of your skull as you're kind of turning. Yeah, you have been.
And like turning him to look back at everyone else.
Yeah,
and then it just the hair kind of stands up on the back of his neck. Yeah. He's just like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just kind of stands up slowly and then just like puts his hand up and waves to everyone and then just points.
Yeah,
and it's like
you're all kind of coming around a little bit of a corner, big boulder, seeing Esther there, looking a little bit perturbed in some way, waving at you. Yeah.
Do we see? So we see this thing?
You do. Yeah. As you see Esther, just kind of, if you look right by him, there's at the end of a pretty long bridge, so still far away. You see the thing, the skeleton,
just staring right at us.
Kind of really like it's far away, so it's difficult to say if it's really intently staring at you exactly, but probably definitely looking your way, as far as you can tell.
I'll bite. Hail and well met, adventurer.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I'm
all
gonna
right.
miss my food anytime soon.
I will take you over to the map and let you. I'll just have to put
Politely
you on
talk to him into no
because,
combat scenario. Yeah.
well, we'll have to. There's a map for this, so let's use it.
Sweet.
So, what
I'll
coin do
just
we give
put-
him?
Yeah,
We gotta
I
give him a coin?
definitely was not the one to try and chat with this guy.
No, you wouldn't. You
Especially
wouldn't try
having
to
no
chat, but-
information at all on who he
I'll tug on Solomon's
Yes,
sleeve or
doing
whatever
good,
real quick.
not shooting.
Just remember, we got to pay him a coin.
Oh, I have lots of coins. I don't mind getting rid of those.
I mean, that's a great question. I don't know what kind of coin he wants. Can you ask him what kind of coin he wants?
Yeah, I can. Oh, I almost forgot. I think I'm actually kind of the face of the party because I have a +3 to charisma.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Solomon.
Yeah, 100%. You are.
I'll go with you here.
Do you see your
might
little
not work this time.
your
I see our icon. Where is he though?
At the other side of that bridge, and I'll make him visible as well. He's just not there yet. He's like standing at the complete like opposite of that bridge. So you would have to definitely walk up to him. But yeah.
I'm gonna let go of the sled and just go. All right.
Oh, okay.
With, I think maybe we got to be very careful on this bridge. Does anybody want to come with me to talk with this chap?
Oh yes, I'll come
I'll
with
do
you
it.
there, buddy.
I'm real good at talking.
Maybe we should just all go together for this one. Sherwin,
All right.
Claus, can you guys walk?
Oh,
Now we should bring Klaus just in case we need to just in case we need to negotiate.
I'll pick up my shield, but it's at my side. It's not like up. It's at my side, and I'll go like, all right, and I'll kind of like dust it off, and then I'll say, hey, but nobody act unless I do the special move. All right.
Check.
All right.
Esther's just like, Roger that. He has no idea what the special move is.
I don't
go
either.
like this, and I'm gonna act like I'm sneezing. I'm gonna go.
You sneeze.
What happens if you
very
really
large?
sneeze?
You really get your whole body into it. When you sneeze.
Well, if it's a real
Is
sneeze,
it like?
then you better fucking kill him. Then I really mean it.
All right.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
really,
totally fine. I'll just be standing, back slightly to the left, and just wait till you start to kind of have a seizure, and then I'll shoot away.
Yeah, if he has to die it because I sneezed, that's my bad.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, honestly, I was thinking about shooting him before, but
well, we all knew
looks
it.
like. Well, yeah, I feel like I did really good this time.
Hey, you know what? Beginning steps. You're doing a great job. And shoot somebody.
Baby steps.
Pretty damn good.
It's twice in a row. I don't think I can do 3 in a row. So next
Two things I'll also mention. For right now, Klaus is still with you. I'll put him up on the map as well.
So I guess it's 3 things in a row I didn't shoot when I should.
Yeah, that's true.
And then also, like, because she's still like, Kyra is usually like, she's with you, but not all the time. She is really fast and doesn't seem to worry so much about having to run uphill either. She went to check on something. She didn't really tell you what she wanted to check on.
I told you
but
she's
she
totally useless.
would have she is kind of getting like, she's checking in with you every now and then, and she told you that she would be back in just a second. So right now she isn't there, but you kind of can, like, it depends on if you believe her or not, but she said she would be there like this evening. So at some point she probably would be coming as well.
Okay.
I do not believe her on principle.
I would like to very carefully walk forward, paying attention to the integrity of the bridge.
Okay.
I mean, like looking at my feet when I'm walking, like looking up at the creature, looking.
Yeah. Well, let's just for the fun of it, maybe make you're kind of, it's not exactly checking for traps or anything, but just make a perception check to see how, how well you just do that. Investigate about it.
Not great.
Yeah. Well, the bridge is full of rubble. It's really hard to tell. But
I'm moving forward.
Fine.
I'm moving forward, regardless. Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm walking forward. I don't know. Just tell me if I should move myself or.
Just move yourself. Just for now, there's no reason to, do anything in particular. You can just all move your tokens along.
We'll move it 6 at a time. Just tell me if I need to stop for something.
Me and Klaus are right behind Solomon.
As you're kind of approaching this skeleton figure, he kind of, the skeleton is kind of holding up a hand in a kind of a halt motion.
I feel like I go for a high five and Sherwin pulls me back. He's like, no.
I was really hoping you were going to go for a high five. I was legitimately, I was like, please go for a high five. I'm like out here rolling a joint, and I was just like, please go for a high five.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Does not
really good,
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Give great high fives. All right. Hail and well met, adventurer.
He kind of stares at each one of you in turn, and then turns to you as you were the one talking. It's what's really kind of also interesting here is that this whole area is really silent. All you hear is a kind of a whispering wind in this chasm beneath you. The skeleton is really taking its time to speak at all, but as he is speaking, it's more like blending in with that wind, and he just goes, I don't know you, but payment.
All right, payment. Yeah, of course. We have payment. What kind of payment would you like? We got wolf meat.
He just kind of holds out a hand in a very it's a little bit strange because he's not really moving that fast, but for some reason you think that he could. He's deliberately being slow about the motions. And has a very calm demeanor, but at the same time kind of feels like if that skeleton wanted to move, it could move really fast.
Solomon, ask him if he needs copper, silver, or gold.
Sorry, maybe you can't hear me with your bony ears, but we're trying to find out, do you like copper, silver, or gold? Would you like a pinky finger? Maybe like a tongue? What would you like?
Klaus.
No, stop.
We can give him Klaus.
Offering tongues and fingers? What are you doing?
Well, he's missing them. Look at his
Keep
fingers.
the coins.
I volunteered Klaus for tribute.
Klaus is not a tribute.
Hiding and also kind of whispering, no, he wanted it was a coin. He's
I think you look like $1 million there, Klaus. I think this is going to be perfect.
I would like to take my holy symbol in one hand and reach down into my pocket and grab a coin and just slowly shuffle forward and place a gold coin in the skeleton's hand.
Okay.
Can I do a perception or investigation check to see what kind of coin he puts in his hand?
Yeah, you can totally. Like, he's probably not gonna hide it very much, so just a perception check.
Yeah,
be totally fine.
Definitely not trying to be sneaky at all.
Thorin is just the way. This is the way his mind thinks.
Yeah. Yeah, you do see it is a gold coin, right, Sherwin?
Yes, one gold piece.
Okay, so we'll try the gold for us. That works. And I'll just watch.
The skeleton kind of doesn't really look at the outstretched hand, but just goes, "This nuts."
Wait, it says what?
This does not suffice.
Ooh.
Oh, try silver.
I do the pat down.
Yeah, sure.
I got a copper if you want to try a copper.
You are welcome to try.
I'll hand a copper to Solomon.
All right. Are you taking the gold coin back, Sherwin, or are you leaving it there?
I would like to take my blanket off my back and fold it up and put that in his hand.
All right. That would probably make him at least turn a little bit, like turn at you to look a little bit closer at you. But otherwise he wouldn't, like, it would not, he wouldn't really react to it. Like, he doesn't know what to do with that. It's now kind of hanging over his arm, I guess, like on top of the coin and maybe on his hand.
Soren is gonna tap Solomon real quick and then do a quick like count. So there's if he's got one coin for him, there's 4 more, and I'm gonna hand him 4 copper and say offer him these 4 copper and see if that works.
As you're kind of counting that out, there's a magical, just as bony hand as his own, appearing right next to him, lifting off the blanket, and kind of handing it back to Sherwin.
Thank you, Mister Little Hand coming out of the ground there. He doesn't want your most prized possession, and I put it back on my back.
Mm-hmm.
That's adorable.
It is.
Okay, so
let's be real though. Hold on, that is definitely not your most prized possession.
I mean, aside from the holy symbol in my other hand.
Yeah, I mean,
or your shield made from
the shield is possible.
I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say, like, let's be real here for a second. We know the character.
It's also fair that Sherwood necessarily wouldn't have thought of that. That would have just been non-negotiable.
Yeah, absolutely. No way am I giving up my shield.
That he's willing to part with.
Yeah.
Like I already. Exactly. Yeah. Nope. That ain't not even a choice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like where Estes,
that's not a possession. That's a part of me.
Dragon coin in his pocket. He's like rotating around in his fingers, like.
Yeah.
Nah, I think I'd rather just kill him.
All right. Yeah, he stands there and doesn't seem to like. Yeah, if you try any other coins.
Yeah, Soren said, "What you're counting out? What 5 copper?"
I gave you 4 copper because he's got a gold in his hand right now, and he's ambiguous with the coins. So,
and I'll hand it over and go. We raise a bid.
He just goes, "This is just platelets of metal." He just looks at all of you now, like just really not at his hand at all, and kind of has his other hand just slightly out in case anybody wants to pass him without, without payment.
It might be helpful if you were to tell us what type of coin you were looking for.
If he calls
Good
these just
sir.
worthless pieces of metal, then it can't be just about currency. It's got to be something special. You want to offer him that coin you got from where was that? Was from the priest, right?
No, I do not.
He goes, if you want to enter the necropolis, you have to pay a price befitting this place.
Klaus,
Yes?
if this works, I'm gonna kill you slowly. And he goes up and he holds the dragon coin up.
Oh, Klaus is just so used to this now. He's like, I know.
Yeah.
He's
just,
Huh.
No, now this is gone. Now this is directly affecting Esther. This is something he wanted really, really bad that he's now offering up because his crewmate is in danger of dying because this fuckface decided to put on a cursed necklace and happened to run into his bleeding heart companion.
Yeah, you can keep
You know what
calling
I'm
me
saying?
names.
Like,
Whatever.
no, it has nothing. Klaus.
Yeah, all right.
He's gonna
I get it.
Klaus is gonna
Get it.
get it.
I got it. I'm gonna start talking for
All
Klaus
right.
now when you. Yeah, no, totally. Oh, totally. Like, yep. Yeah, definitely. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's been a pattern. He definitely isn't surprised at that. Yeah.
I guess what? I'm not hungry anymore, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Don't
hungry.
worry, you'll never be hungry again there, Klaus. This is going to be a long and twisting path. There could be no way that every turn is totally seen.
Klaus, I can't wait to break bread with you later. Once I can eat and you can eat, it'll be a good time. I
Yeah, and you know, if I had a copper for every time you said that you were gonna kill me, I bet we could get past this bridge. So.
Yeah. So as you reach into your bag, get the coin out, and put that in the skeleton's hand, he acknowledges that, actually looks down at his hand, and goes, "So I see. You may pass." And kind of just moves slightly to the side in order to seemingly let you pass.
Dude.
He only picks up, like, this floating hand only picks up the coin that, like, the dragon coin, and puts that somewhere in his, like, there's some tatters and some kind of, rest of clothing, but there must be a bag underneath his cloak.
I'm gonna
puts that
mage
in there.
hand the gold and the 4 copper back.
Mage hand versus mage hand. I like that.
So Klaus,
yeah.
This is the area that you were leading us to, correct?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We still got to figure out which one of these tombs.
Forward again.
We got to figure out which one of these tombs is the place, right? Like,
yeah. Wait, I'll have to. You need to know where, as he sees you kind of approaching.
Perfect. Let me know directly where we need to go.
He just looks at all the others and goes, I'll show you,
Klaus. And I put my hand on Klaus's shoulder. I trust you to lead the way.
All right.
Lead on.
He's still kind of scared, but he will definitely.
I'll be right behind you.
Yeah. So he will start to walk over. I'll actually put a little token. I'll just use the yellow one for him.
That was pretty.
Hey guys, we're here. Remember, we're here for more than just the necklace.
Oh, I think you called it the necropolis.
That's true. That's very true.
And you see all around you, there's just, a lot of ruin. And those things up here, for example, and there, those things. There's columns in front of big slabs of stone. Each of those stone slabs has something written on them, like just kind of, carved into the stone directly. It's kind of a two-tiered situation as well, where there's kind of a two-tiered cliff. So you have two different areas in a way where things seem to have been buried in those tombs. And there's just a lot of statues, but also a few desiccated bodies, just kind of mummies, dried out husks of different kinds of people, satyrs, all kinds of humanoids, really. Not many of them, but as you're kind of taking a closer look at some of those, yeah, there is statues here, but there's also a few corpses that definitely would count as mummies.
So Soren's got
Like
his book
natural
out.
mummies, probably.
Soren's got his book out and he's like looking through his notes. So this place is called Telemach. This is a necropolis where the dragon lords were laid to rest, I believe.
Yeah.
While we're here, we should try to see if there's like, I don't know, some weapons of the dragon lord. I think they referenced in this, in the prophecy. There may be something called Vulcan Forge, possibly about shaping some silver fire. I don't know. I don't know a lot about interpreting prophecies, but there may be some things of great importance here.
And as you move in, one of the things is that just as you're kind of moving past, right behind you, Kyra does come kind of skidding in, first of all. Just going, oh, sorry, that took a little bit. I'm here. And Klaus is just looking around a little bit uncomfortably. You're probably not entirely sure if it's Esther being close or the necropolis. That skeleton doesn't really do anything. It just kind of looks at the group a little bit and then kind of turns its back towards you. But to your right, as you're standing now, you see one hill kind of in the distance. It's just, see how far away it actually is from you in general, like 180-ish feet, something like that. You do see this little lone hill with one really big tomb.
I've always wanted to stick my hand in the chest cavity of an undead. While they're still alive, you never know. Does it feel like there's nothing in there? Well, it's very curious. Everything else has stuff in there, and that makes it move.
You think
if there's nothing going on, that's what I'm wondering. I just don't know.
Fair. I'm kind of curious now too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what it's like, and it's just seems like one of those things that, because whenever you kill them, they just drop, just fall down. There's a bunch of pile of bones. While they're still going, though, kind of want to know what it feels like up inside that chest cavity. Is there like invisible organs going on? To make the body work the way it works? Is that what the magic is doing? Is making organs and ligaments and muscles?
Well, see,
and therefore
magic,
you can't get hand into the chest
cavity. The
cavity.
study of necromancy.
Magic is
gross.
It's a crazy thing there, Esther. It's not always explainable.
I mean, it's quite explainable. That's like my whole thing. That's
well, I mean, trial and error. That's how I explain most things. So next time we run into an undead, Solomon, you want to hold it? And I'll just stick my hand up in there. We can all answer a question.
Klaus turns to Sherwin. Sherwin, can you keep me safe from Esther, I don't.
No, he cannot.
I don't want to die.
Oh well, there's no guarantees on life or death.
He's
that I can
harmless.
guarantee.
Listen, he's just talking about chest cavities. He's not gonna.
I
Fuck
promise.
you.
I promise, Klaus. As long as I'm living, I'll keep Esther away from you.
Sure, and watch out, arrow trap.
No, hey.
Speaking of chest
don't worry, buddy. It's all right. He just walks right past.
Speaking of chest cavities and arrow traps, I had a question for you really quick, Esther.
Yeah.
And I'm going to walk over to him, and I'm going to hand him one of my javelins and then 50 feet of my rope, and I'm going to ask Esther to make a really good knot on one of these javelins.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I can do that.
Wait, what are you gonna do with that?
Fishing.
Oh, we're just trying to see how chest cavities cavern.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's a personal experiment that we're working on the background, so you ain't got to worry about it. I promise you, nothing wrong can go on with it.
There's not really controlled variables here. There's not. It just. I don't know if that's a very loose definition of the word experiment.
I'm watching him tie the knot to him. Like,
we try to do something and then see if it works. Boom, experiment.
I always get confused by the bunny ears part and the knot. Good.
Well, the reason why this knot is confusing you there, Solomon, is because I'm not using bunny ears. This is called a timber hitch. You use the winding of the rope in order. I'm not using bunny ears in the knot that I am knotting.
I mean, to be fair to Solomon, bunny ears does make it really easy to untie. That's why I do my shoes like that.
Well, that's the reason I'm tying this knot this way. He didn't say get it off of the javelin. He said make sure it does not come off the javelin. Therefore, timber hitch. The tighter it gets, the tighter it gets.
I don't hear anything after. I don't hear anything after you say the word knot.
Yeah, so he does like knowing advanced knots. He ties the best knot that would be to tie against a solid object, which is a timber hitch. It's a knot that has what part of the rope looping around the knot to where as you pull tighter, the rope itself creates like a squeeze, like a squeegee kind of motion to where the loops of the knot like bind tighter to the object.
Yeah. I know that one. All right. So, yeah, you can totally do that.
Knots.
And
tell me your
just
best
so
knot.
we see how well that works, because you're doing it on one of the javelins, right?
Did I even say that right?
So it's a kind of a thin object. Yeah, just make it just a general dex check to see how well this one gets made.
Can I do sleight of hand because I am proficient in sleight of hand?
You're not trying to hide anything though, so no, just go for dex.
No. All right, that's fine.
You're still gonna get, like, it's not gonna be any kind of a high DC. Yeah, totally fine. It's a good knot. It's very solid on there. Just what you asked for, Solomon.
Sweet. Thank you. It might come in handy. We'll see.
Yeah.
50-foot rope.
What's over here?
This is one of the tombs. Each of those tomb entrances has like a big 5x5 foot block of marble in front of the entrance. So each entrance is blocked with a slab of stone.
Does it have a name or an inscription?
As you get closer, yeah. It's also kind of an old-timey common kind of thing. The first and biggest thing that is written on top of this slab is "Death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within."
That's not inspiring at all. Okay.
Hey Klaus, is this where you got that there necklace?
You're pointing at the tomb that Soren is going towards?
He's just if that's the one that's closest, that's the one he's pointing at,
no.
and he's gonna continue to do that through every single one of these tombs.
You also read Soren on that slab. There is in pretty neat letters a name carved onto it as well. It reads Telemok Arkelander. I'll write it down.
Oh, this is one of the Dragon Lords. I actually have it in my notes.
Yeah,
He
just so you
actually,
have it right there.
for the first time since they got here, seems interested. Okay. For the first time since he got here, he goes, "Oh wait, for real?"
Yeah. There's a smaller inscription as well that just reads "Oath Sworn of Valos."
All right, let's take care of Sherwood first.
Oath Sworn of Valos. One of the names that you probably have in your notes, actually. Somewhere.
There's a lot of them.
Kyra just kind of, came here not out of breath, unnaturally. Just kind of looks around. So, I'm sure you probably have noticed, but this is not a place to be all that careless in. Maybe try not to disturb too many things. I'm happy you got by the watchman here, but let's try to be careful. And she's looking a little bit nervous.
So Sworn of Valos, that's another god, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much a dragon coin is worth in your world, but you owe me one.
Are you talking to Kyra at that point? Or
yeah, I'm definitely talking to Kyra.
Yeah, okay.
She should have gotten us here. No problem. We dealt with this on our own again.
Well, I don't actually have a dragon coin, and I don't think there's anything I could really do that would get me by. Yeah, exactly. So why would I lead you?
Well, then how are you here?
Well, maybe we could see if we could get back on the way
fast.
So, from where we're standing, can I look around and see if I see anything that looks like some kind of wreckage that is the Ultros, the cursed ship from the Dragon Lords? And I also want to see if there's anything that looks like the Antikythera, device that we saw in our dreams.
Yeah. You look around you do see that you kind of are to the left side of this cliff area, and that there is those tombs, and there are some tombs that are more like, there's a lot of rubble here in general, but the tombs seem to be generally intact. To the right, you do see one hill with one tomb that's kind of aloft, a little bit different from the others, in as that it is on its own. But right behind that, you realize that, oh no, that's not a part of the mountain. There is a big set of stairs, and behind that big set of stairs, there's a huge building that does look like it has been here for a while, but is still a complete building with just crumbly edges, but nothing like a boat or a ship or anything like that. But you do see that there's tombs, and then there's one really big building that is really, really large. Yes.
So is all this Telemok Arkelander?
That's just what's written on the tomb that Soren is standing right in front of right now.
Oh, perfect. Klaus, you should go check that out first.
So, Kyra, I understand you're warning about not wanting to desecrate these, but the Oracle told us to claim the weapons of the first Dragon Lord. Do you think that they are buried with the Dragon Lords who wielded them, or do you think they would have been in that big building over there?
Klaus is kind of like halfway shrugging a little bit. You know, I didn't care that much about that stuff. I just tried to get some riches and get out again. I think the big one is probably the dragon grave, and the others are just human sized. But we didn't look. We just got out of here as
So
fast
you
as we
went into
could,
one of
and
these
I
tombs?
actually had to flee. Well, well, not really. We opened one. We did get in there, and there was the necklace was just lying right on top of 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 the sarcophagus inside. There was like a stone thing, and it was closed.
Did you see any kind of
So
weapon or anything that would have been displayed?
well, the other two just vanished. Like we went in there and they just ceased to exist. I don't know where they went. I've never tried to. Uh, I didn't ever go back in or anything. They vanished. I have no idea what happened. I
Klaus
was
is
still
low key a dragon lord.
I was still there. I was for a moment I thought I was somewhere else, but I was still there. And I tried to feel for them. They were just gone. And he's kind of getting really kind of panicky about this. Um, I tried to open the thing. It was too heavy. I couldn't. So I kind of just snatched the necklace and went got out of there. Um, I just
How
I
did
just
you how
ran.
did you open it? How did you get this massive stone off here? I'll go
Well,
up
my
and
other
like
two
rub my
friends were
hand on
really
them.
strong.
Well, regardless, too,
Well,
how'd
one
you
of
get
them
past?
was.
How'd you get past a load of bones here? Am I right? And I'm gonna try to raise up for a high five again.
Yeah, I mean, he's not reacting. He's still kind of like he's standing with the skeleton is standing with a back to you guys, and doesn't really react. Like you paid, you're in there. He's fine.
But
He's totally leaving.
I started that comment with saying asking Klaus how he got past this guy.
Yeah, but he just keeps just well. We had this. They had the coin, and I just got in there with them. Um, I don't think you need to pay for getting out. I didn't do anything to get out. I just walked out.
Right.
So it's just getting in.
Leave you? Oh, wouldn't I? And
So
actually, I'm gonna see if
you
he's. Can I see if he's lying?
Yeah, make an insight check.
so
Right.
you entered and then your companions vanished? Like what
Well,
did it look like when they vanished?
they opened a tomb, and we went inside, and we were just. It's a really small room. It's just space for us, like the actual sarcophagus in there. You have a big slab of stone, and to the sides there's a little bit of space. So we just went like maybe 3 steps in there, and then they just were gone. I don't know what happened. Nothing.
Did you see
There
there was
was
a
no
flash of
sound. There
light? Did it
was
look
no.
like they vanished? Did
No, they just
they
vanished.
fade
Like
away?
it was like they never existed in the first place. They were just gone. I mean, I saw their footprints outside. I checked. I didn't know if I was still in the right place. I thought this was like a. It was like if everything had been copied, but without them.
Is that enough for me to do an arcana check to see if I can figure out what happened?
You can totally try. Solomon, first on your insight, he is telling the truth on that part. That is a really good arcana check. You would assume that what he is describing could very well be something like a teleportation thing that happened. Like something could have just, teleported his friends away from there in a way that he didn't notice. Maybe the other thing would have been maybe some kind of invisibility, but he did not hear them. He did not like see them. He tried to feel for them. They weren't there, but there were like footprints up to the point where they had been standing in the dust. So some kind of actual like teleporting them away is maybe an option. But doesn't like it's hard to tell. Other than that, as far as you know, anything like a disintegration or anything would have left at least some kind of a dust or anything. So unless he just didn't notice, it is hard to tell. But if they really just physically vanished from that place and he never saw them again, maybe they got just put somewhere else.
Well, it didn't sound like... It sounds like he got into the tomb okay. It might have been something that happened within the tomb that triggered the effect. Solomon, can you open this for me?
Yeah. I'm like looking between Ira, Sherwin,
Okay.
Bone Guy on the bridge, Soren.
Okay.
All right. I'll wander on up. I'll look back one more time, like, I'm opening the door now.
Okay.
Everybody.
I really still think that we should send Klaus up here in there first. I mean, he's got to lead the way, right? We're following him to where we're supposed to be going, so therefore, get on up there, Klaus. Yeah, he got this.
I'm going to lean my -1 strength and help him try to push the stone out of the way.
All right.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Okay. Yeah, just I mean, you can't do athletics if that's any better, but it would just be strength. 23 is really good. And you kind of feel like you almost can move that thing. I'm sorry to say that that's not enough to move the stone.
I felt that like it kind of moved a little bit. It kind of
did for a second, but you just keep slipping off. Like it's a solid piece of, you now assume, probably pretty in depth wise, also pretty large block of stone, marble, and it is really heavy. And it's not easy to slide it without losing your grip. There's nothing to hold on to, if you know what I mean.
I hate to break it to you, Soren. I don't think it was the rock moving. I think that was me getting a hernia.
I mean,
I think that was me intestines blowing out either my balls or into my stomach.
I could make it smaller. I could make it like half the size, about 1/8 of its weight. You think you can move it then?
No, please don't do that to my
testicles?
hernia. Just let it.
No,
just
not
let it go.
your. I mean, I don't know if that would help with the hernia or not. Oh, no, that aside, the rock.
All right. I mean, you can give it a try. You're the magic smart bits in the brains department. You know.
Kyra kind of chimes up. Please be careful. I'm pretty sure those there are probably traps everywhere, and I'm actually very surprised that Klaus ever got out of here alive. Still a bit confused about that part. But
it's all right.
Just saying.
2 times things.
Well, what do you think, Kyra? We definitely have to do something here. The Oracle's sending us here for a reason.
Yeah.
You think our destiny doesn't lie in these crypts? Maybe it lies in the bigger building?
I'm pretty sure the bigger building is the grave of Balmitria, the only dragon that they had a body of.
Yeah, that
isn't that where we got the horn from?
Yes. It is. I don't think it wouldn't be very respectful to disturb those graves anyway. So those are those are important graves, and I'm just very sure you would
I
need...
was told that only Dragon Lords can enter the crypt. Wait, is this a crypt or
Hold
is
on
this
now.
the tomb?
I'm very
Is the
happy
crypt
you
the
said
big
that.
building up there, or is the tomb? Are there a difference
You're
between?
standing in the necropolis, which is literally the city of the dead, because it's filled with, like, instead of houses or anything you might live in, it's filled with those tombs, and those tombs are like where they put those dead to rest. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but he's like, what he's doing is he's saying, is this the
I
crypt that
know.
we're trying to get into, or is that the crypt looking at the big stairs with the big shiny ornate building at the top of the hill? Is that the crypt, or is this the crypt? Because that one's the one that we're allowed to go into. It doesn't say nothing about these.
Yeah.
And also, hey, you fucker, which one is the one that you took that necklace from so we can go put it the fuck back? And
you
then
kind
leave
of
you.
see Sherwin just kind
flare.
of starts to like walk off a little bit and just stumbles across a few stones and just kind of, because everything is so quiet here, just makes some noise doing that. Just kind of started walking off.
Sorry, guys. I was just looking for a little place to lie down.
Yeah.
You need to stay on your feet.
I'm gonna go over and help him. Go. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Kyra, because honestly, I don't like disrupting the dead, and also the walls are really heavy.
How high is the ledge?
It's about a 15-foot ledge to like the second area there. And then there's another about.
Solomon, do you think you could help me maybe get up there?
Of course, old chap.
And Klaus too.
Oh well.
Oh, don't worry. I'll climb right up there. I'll help Klaus up first.
No,
get us up the wall and put the hand down. Come on there, Klaus. I got you.
It's fine, Esther. I got strength for this one.
Are you sure you don't want me to help Klaus up first before
Kyra just because you did ask her like if she knew which where you were supposed to be going. She will tell you, like, according to the prophecy, didn't it say that you should claim the weapons that were wielded by the first Dragon Lord?
Yeah, in the prophecy, it says that we are allowed to go into the crypt.
That's interesting because
we're the Dragon Lords.
It's singular. It's Dragon Lord. It's not Dragon Lords. So maybe we need to go into the crypt of the first Dragon Lord, like the crypt of Xandir Horath.
Well,
it's Dragon Lords, but it's only crypt. It's Dragon Lords can enter, but it's into the crypt. So it's the crypt. That's the thing. We need to find the single crypt that we're allowed to go into. And it's the one of Telmach Archelander. Like, he knows the stuff. He's just bad at like reciting the information that he knows. He was the one that stayed up all night talking about all this shit. Like, he knows about it.
Kyra just pipes up.
Shape the silver fires.
Yeah, but I think the first Dragon Lord, wouldn't that be like the first one to arrive? Or they're like the chief one in some way?
Soren starts flipping back further in his notes.
Okay.
Are you saying that we need to start cripping?
Yes. No.
What? No. What does Solomon get Klaus and I up onto the second?
Yeah, I'll move you wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I mean, because Solomon is just gonna.
Right.
I mean, I'll use my javelin rope too if I need to, but wherever he wants to go, Sherwin, you just show me where you want to go.
It's 15 feet up, so if you stretch really far, you both get almost like if you put just take Sherwin and just shove him upwards, he's almost there. Like if two people stand on top of each other,
I'm
that's almost there.
6'6".
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm like almost 8 feet tall.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, in that case, because you are so tall, if you kind of shove him up with your hands as well, like stretch out your
I put the
arms.
shield on my arms and like hold it up.
Then
and,
that'll be enough for him to just basically comfortably, without having to check for anything, just climb up to the second ledge.
Yeah, so where do you want to go up is my question for you, Sherwin.
Just like on the second tier of this thing, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's where you wanted to go.
Because I think
just like right here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move right here, and then you're up. I can't get up after you, buddy.
No,
and
you're
then
still
Klaus can go
7
up there
detour.
too.
We'll keep a lookout for anything that might be coming.
Klaus as well. Just put him right there.
Thanks. I gotta keep an eye on Klaus.
Xander.
I guess, can I throw up
Soren
the other half
is
of my rope?
actually like, going through the notes, and
I'll take it. I'll take the half of the rope.
Yeah, can you tie it off somewhere and then I'll climb up after?
Well,
there's columns on each of these tombs in front of them. There's columns.
That's less than 50 feet.
Yeah, that would definitely be enough.
All right, can I climb up as well?
If you, I mean, it's not a big climb. Just for the hell of it, make an athletics check to see if you if you roll a 1, you won't, but otherwise.
Oh my god, I thought that was a 1. It was a 7. Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, you climb up just fine. Nothing really happens. You just get to get up to the to that second part of this tomb area.
I will go over and untie the rope and take it back. I have my javelin rope still.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a part of the party just kind of standing in front of one of the tombs that is seemingly the tomb of Telemach, according to the inscription there. And not quite half of the party is up on the second tier of this necropolis.
Soren's in discovery mode, so he's going to start walking toward this tomb in this direction. He's kind of more focused on the mystery.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to put
Koira, stay with
my
with Soren,
hand
please.
With because I have Squigs armed up again.
Yes.
So he's on my arm,
and
I just want to touch the front of Telemach's tomb with me and Squigs on my arm. Then Squigs also touches the door. See if anything happens.
Just touching it. It is definitely a very heavy and solid piece of marble. But nothing happens directly.
Magic. I don't understand magic. All right. Dragon, I feel like a lord. So
as you kind of, because you're moving where you're moving, Solomon, you're smart enough to read, and those are, tombs with big inscriptions on them. The tomb that you're standing right in front of is the tomb of Adonis. It's written on the slab of marble there.
Sherwin, I think this is the tomb of the orthodontics.
Well, I don't even have teeth.
What?
Mind blown.
No, it's the tomb of Ordonis. I'm so glad somebody flipped this on me.
Orthodontist, you said? No, I don't have teeth there, buddy.
All right. Well, next one, I guess.
Would you like to read the full inscription?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, it's there's written on it, Adonis New Dagon. I'll write it down in a second. Oath sworn of Pythor, most beautiful of dragon lords. If by the sword work had been as beautiful. So, yeah.
Savage.
Yeah.
Damn.
I love how his name is Adonis too, which is like a old African phrasing for beautiful person.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
All right. Yeah, anything else you want to check, read, do, anything like that?
Oh, I mean, just going where Sherwin is going.
Okay, yeah. So Sherwin?
Well, I messaged you in the chat over there as to what I would like to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be talking to Esther as we kind of walk.
Answer to that, Sherwin, is it is just 2. The other one is like a kind of a hilly situation. You can walk up.
Okay.
So you can walk along that whole part where it's kind of a little bit scratched out. It's just kind of uphill a little bit.
And
like those are walkable kind of steps.
Okay. Is this 1 or 2? Like, is that 2 different tombs or just like one?
One tomb is pretty much always flanked by 4 columns of marble.
Okay.
So each 4 columns of marble is one tomb, and then there's a slab of stone behind them.
This one
also marble.
This one just looks different.
It's got like 2 little statues on either side. And
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh, that's what we get when we're cripping. That's how you know.
Yeah. You know, there's a few places where there might have been a grave. Like over here, for example. That looks like it might have been something or used to be something, but it is just a pile of rubble. But there's also the same marble lying on the ground in some places.
Yeah, I would head there.
All right.
Bring Klaus along with me.
He's gonna come with you. Yeah.
Sherwin too.
Yeah.
Or Solomon also.
All the S's.
Maybe crippin'.
Is this the one, Klaus?
He just nods.
Klaus?
He just nods and yeah.
I need you to follow me in here, Klaus.
You both look at it. There is an intact slab of marble in front of it. He's looking just like slightly confused. Wasn't like that before. We opened it. It was just a tiny little bit, but we opened it enough to get through.
I'll definitely try to lift it.
I will definitely help.
Okay, then roll an athletics or just... No, make it just... Let's see. Let's make this just a strength check, but with advantage.
Yep.
Because there's nothing you can, do athletically. That's 1. Roll another time. Oh. Yeah. You try, but it doesn't seem to budge.
As I strain against the stone, I'll like it takes me a while to give up, and then I'll like turn towards Sherwin and just look at him, just go like, nod in shame and disappointment.
Oh. Yeah.
It's okay there. It's okay there, buddy. So, Klaus, how did you guys get in here? You said that you made a little passageway. How did that work?
Well, the 2 other guys, the one kind of, he had like a thing that made him really strong every now and then. So he just kind of almost like we all just pushed on the thing and we got it open. It was pure strength. It was just a lot of strength.
Can I cast guidance on Solomon?
Yeah.
And then try to help him again?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Can we get our friends up here? Because I think really smart thinking by our friend Soren. He said he could make stuff smaller, essentially.
See, I don't really trust Esther right now. I think he's going to try to kill Klaus here, and I want to give him a chance to redeem himself and his soul.
I think it's just like a hey, I'll kill you later. You know, it's like a fun game, right, Klaus? And I kind of like punch him a little bit, and he just
he does sway a little bit, even if you're not trying at all. He's still a very thin, sticky kind of like stick person. Just kind of in a slightly like a mixture of being a slightly bit like a bit annoyed and a little bit scared, and also just done with it, like really over with this whole thing.
All right,
like,
well, I'll try to lift this again, but if I can't get this, I'm gonna have to ask for help.
All right.
So if this doesn't work, we'll get the others up here.
And so, what is guidance? It's plus.
Guidance is an extra D4.
Extra D4.
Yeah.
And do I still have advantage?
You because of help you would have advantage. Exactly. Yep. Plus guidance. I'm guessing that all three of you kind of try to help.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh my gosh! It was on the edge of 17. Oh.
Yeah.
Even with the guidance, that ain't gonna do nothing.
Nope. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be enough. A guidance on the other one, that would almost like have helped, maybe like on the first one.
I forgot about it.
That was.
I forgot I had guidance.
Yeah, but that would have been the wrong tomb then. So
yeah, that's
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna like strain against the rock again, and then just like and then
another
yeah.
Yeah.
It bowls hurt. We have to ask our friends.
All right.
Can I walk to the edge at this point?
Sure. Yeah.
And call down to them and go, "Hey,
yeah,
Oren, Esther," and then just like, "Could you come up here for a moment?" And I want to throw my javelin down into something, but I don't want to disturb anything. So I'll hold on to the javelin end and then just drop the rope down.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that way it would mean that you all, Esther and Soren get up there without any big trouble. Just for the fun of it, though, I'd like you to roll an athletics check just to see how it works out. Unless Soren has other ways to get there or whatever, but it's just climbing a rope for like 10 feet.
What is that? Is Solomon yelling for us?
Yeah, from
what are they doing up
off.
there?
Well, yeah, they're yelling at us. I was actively ignoring them.
Well, let's go see what they want, and then we'll go check the tomb, I guess.
But now we was talking about building an airship. Now I feel like we're getting distracted.
Hey guys, come on over this way. We be creeping.
Build the airship anytime, so we're gonna need some resources, lots of resources to build a ship.
I get up.
But they can't. I'm pretty sure this is a I can't open the door situation, which we were just currently in. Wait,
Maybe.
were
maybe
they looking for the one
that
that they had to get that they stole the amulet from to replace the amulet?
I kind of got caught up.
Well,
yeah. Okay. I kind of forgot about that.
Hey,
yeah, we're gonna have to help.
Short,
maybe I'll
short,
catch Klaus slipping. Yeah, all right, we're on our way.
short. Can you make Solomon real big real quick?
You want me to make Solomon big, or you want me to make the door smaller?
Yeah, I'm already pretty big.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I could just make the door smaller, and you could just kind of like move it to the side.
well,
Like that.
well, I suppose that would work the same.
I got an idea. We'll just make Squigs big, and then that's the extent of the plan.
Yeah.
I can do it from 30 feet away, so I don't even need to go all the way up. I'll stand basically right where I climbed up, and I'll just cast reduce on the
All right.
rock. Well, actually, before I do that, are we sure this is the right tomb? Just before matches the description, Klaus. This is the one?
Klaus nods.
Are we sure?
Okay.
Seeing Esther, what he does is just kind of go, put Solomon between himself and Esther.
Okay. Well, here we go. And I'll the swirl of my hands cast reduce.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's half the size and 1/8 of its weight.
So it's like 2.5 feet in diameter, and there's enough of a gap to like see into the inside. It's very dark though.
Can
make sure you push the rock aside, because it'll get large again here in a moment and cover the door again.
All right.
Can I ask you guys a favor?
What's that?
Well, you are most certainly welcome to ask anything you wish.
Can me and Klaus have a moment in the tomb?
Oh, that's fine with me. I was going to let the holy folks deal with curses. Esther, you want to go check it? Let's go check out a dragon tomb. Like the good one, the big one.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Oh no, we're splitting the party.
Cheerio. Good luck,
I'm going to. Hey, if you guys need anything, just call for us. We're going to be the door.
It was just too hardcore of like, it's way too into his character to not accept going to check out.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, there's no way he's saying no to that.
Right.
Yeah.
We know what cats and curiosity do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cat with a dragon to go check out a dragon. Yeah.
So the really huge one is behind the one on this little hill. So this one is like is a bit singular, exactly, and then you have a big one in the back of that. If you wanted to, you could even
just read
like
the name
walk
on this
around
one real quick on the way.
On the way, yeah.
Soren, hurry up! I don't know what you're doing back there, because he can climb and he's very fast, so he's already there.
I can't keep up with you. My feet already hurt from walking all day.
It says Myrtle the Magnificent. It has 2 statues of very handsome standing on either side of the crypt itself, or the tomb itself. Yeah. Like there's it's very a very decorated grave from what you see from the outside.
Okay. And I'll continue around, and I will follow after Esther. Hold on.
All right.
It's hard climbing in these robes.
Mm-hmm.
It would have taken us a while to go there. They would have plenty of time to do their tomb stuff.
Yeah.
Esther has like the arrow that he's kind of spinning.
So Sherwin and Solomon and Klaus are now on their own. Kyra is just kind of gonna be like in the middle of it all. I'll just put her like, I don't know, probably on top of that tomb. So she's trying to kind of keep a lookout to everybody.
Helicopter parent.
Well, yeah.
Kyra.
Or just trying
Might
to
as well come with us.
do her
I'm a
oath thing
fan.
and save you if
She's to watch
if
out
you're
for us.
dying.
Yeah, absolutely, we need it. We're children.
All right, so Sherwin and, well, I guess Klaus in a way. What do you do? But you have the necklace, so.
Solomon, did you move the stone?
Oh, do I still have guidance?
Yeah, you would. Well, guidance. It's all kind of, if you're doing if you're trying to move it right after the spell has been cast, yeah, you would.
Yeah, I mean, guidance is a cantrip, so I can just do it over and over and over again too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then
17
do I have?
totally does.
Okay, cool.
You would have advantage. Yeah, you could roll again, but a 17 is enough. If you want to, yeah, you can.
Well,
Oh, now.
gonna do it though.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it.
Time. You did that.
Yeah. There's now this, you move the slab of stone to like one side, so it's kind of diagonally kind of pointing outwards until it kind of almost hits one of the columns, which gives you like a 2 feet gap to walk in. Klaus just kind of goes, well, just the last time we walked in, they just vanished. I don't know what happened. They vanished. Maybe just kind of throw the thing back in there. We don't actually have to get in.
That's not how this is going to work here, Klaus.
Okay.
And I bless myself and Solomon and Klaus and walk into the tomb.
Okay. I think
before we go in, I'd like to touch Sherwin and give him protection.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you do that. Let's see. You just walk in for now. Nothing seems to happen. There's like no immediate situation. What you do see is a kind of a 15 by 15 foot square room with a 5 by 8 foot marble sarcophagus in the middle. Okay. So you have 5 feet to each side of it, and a little bit less than 5 feet to like towards the top of it. The bottom is also 5 feet. This one is a pretty. The room is in good condition. There's murals on the walls, and the color is not faded. The images show a man who's both a sailor and a king at the same time. And he has a breastplate on him in the pictures that is adorned with a maelstrom swirl, which you would recognize to be very similar to the symbol that the Sidon people also wear or hold up a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the room is very beautiful. Really, it's a lot of water imagery.
For the sake of mechanics, I definitely would have cast light on my shield, so that way I can see all that beautiful art. So Klaus, this is where it happened. Yes.
He's very sheepishly standing right behind. Yeah, he just kind of points towards the big stone slab in the middle. It was just lying right in in the middle of this. And it's there's this pretty picture on top of it. He doesn't touch anything. He's like barely breathing. just standing there very, very stiffly, trying to just not do any wrong moves.
I, at that point, take this necklace off, hold it in my hand. So Klaus, I need you to take this necklace, and I need you to put it back right there where you found it. Can you do that for me, son?
Can we do it together? I feel like it's as much your curse now as mine in a way.
I will be right here with you the entire time. You know that I can't give you this without you accepting it.
Okay.
But I feel like this needs to be your redemption. I protected you here. I bore this burden alongside you, but this is your move that you need to make to save yourself.
As stiffly as he has been since you entered the tomb, he kind of like holds out his hands, still really trying to like pull his arms in, not touch anything at all, but holding out his hands towards you. Um, I will accept the necklace again. I would like to put it back where I found it. And he, as thinly as he can make himself, just holds out his hands towards you.
I would drop the necklace in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
The, the, the great God is with you, Klaus. Return this stolen article to where it belongs.
Thank you. And he kind of like halfway turns around a little bit, still not daring to like touch anything in this room. Like if he could, he would probably float at this point. Kind of holds the necklace out like just on two of the chain links and holds it above the tomb in the middle. Hello, good sir. I hereby a necklace to you. I'm very sorry. Please take the curse back. And he just kind of lets it drop onto the tomb. And then just looks around for like a second. If anything is happening, is looking for if you're still there.
Put my hand on his shoulder. I'm very proud of you, son. I'm very, very, very proud. Solomon, didn't he do a good job?
All right. I will need you both, like Sherwin and Solomon, because you're both in there, to describe a little bit if you do anything as you are in there. Is there anything in particular, like, are they mimicking Klaus's way of trying not to like disturb anything in this thing? Are they more relaxed about it? Are they going like to look at any corners of this or looking?
I would say I'm standing kind of directly in the middle, like slightly behind Sherwin and Klaus, and I'm looking around the room, but I'm mostly focused on supporting these two.
Okay, so you're probably like almost like just standing in the doorway then, because there's not a lot of room in there. Okay.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Sharon's just kind of standing next to Klaus, of course.
Mm-hmm.
How do you hold yourself in this? Anything in particular you want to do? Otherwise, we'll just do a few rolls.
Yeah, I just want to be a proud, devout turtle.
Okay.
That knows that this is the right thing to do, and my prime focus is helping Klaus save his eternal soul. In my opinion.
All right. Nice. So, make it's not entirely fitting, but let's make this a dex saving throw.
Okay.
For Sherwin.
Dex save for Sherwin. I do get a D4 from the bless.
Yes, you do.
Gonna need it.
Can I also say that if it's anything that's evil, he has advantage on this stuff because I did give him protection.
Yeah, you did.
Cool. Hold on, I think it's advantage, or the thing has disadvantage attack rolls against target. He can't be charmed, frightened, possessed.
Okay, here's the thing.
Oh yeah,
at some point, as you are devoutly, handing over the necklace and all that, you, I'm not gonna tell you why exactly, but something happens.
Hold on, he does. The target has advantage on any new saving throw against relevant effect if it's an evil thing that's targeting him.
Yeah. I'll give you the advantage on something that is coming up.
I'll take it.
Let's put it that way. Could you please make a charisma saving throw?
Oh, you are just hitting all my bad
Add
stuff.
advantage.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Just throw everything in there that you have.
Jesus Christ. I do have bless because it's another saving throw, so let me get my D4 ready here. God damn it.
Wow.
You are absolutely amazing right now, my friend.
If I die doing what's right, it's so be it. So be it.
If you go down right now, Klaus is absolutely not making it out of this.
Well, there ain't nothing I can do about it.
He might live.
Help!
Randy's like, damn, I was going to make Klaus my
help! Help!
You're still alive. Like, the
help!
He might live through this right now is because you're still alive.
Help!
Well,
right now,
the thing is,
Randy's playing a really detailed background story for Klaus, his next character.
Yeah. The thing is, wow. You vanish.
Gone.
Everything the others see is you just vanish. I mean, this is gonna be this is going to be really strange now because not only did you split the party, but only one of you really got anywhere.
Help!
I mean, I'm sadly gonna have to work, but this is almost like we might need a one-on-one thing for like to just figure out how this works. Because this is going to be important.
You let me
for
know.
everybody else, yeah, those that are not in the area don't see it, but
we have
Klaus
no idea.
No, you don't have
we're
any
over here
idea.
talking about cool weapons. Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
we're
inventing the gun in ancient Greece.
We're like we're inventing We're like inventing the gun, trying to figure out how to like we know I know how guns work, but we don't have guns here. So I was like, no, like something like this. Be like, well, I know about this thing.
Never seen a gun.
And we're just like,
yeah.
It's like I know how guns work, so I know. Like I was like, something small that you could hide in the sleeve. He's just like this and that. So basically, what Esther's trying to do is guide you to the scientific discovery of the gun. And next, he was going to bring up, well, there is this powder. You put in this and he's gonna start like telling the smart one how a gun works, like because he knows the basics of it, and then maybe he'll be able to tell him how it actually works.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, something like that.
Did we just lose Sherwin, or is Sherwin?
No, you don't necessarily lose him. I'm not gonna tell you too much about it right now because it'll totally depend on what happens in like the next few rounds of stuff happening. There's no
we are making huge scientific
Schecter, it's all on your shoulders. You and Solomon, you're it.
My question is it a slow disappearance like Avengers like Snap? Or is it
you
like
gone in the blink of an eye you're gone. From the perspective of Klaus and Solomon, you just like you're there and then you're not.
Like, did I at least get to put my hand on his shoulder and tell him he did the right thing?
Yeah.
All right.
You probably did whatever triggered this as you were doing so. So you kind of do, you did the right thing and then just are gone.
Oh, poor Klaus.
And I'm sorry, from my
triggering.
perspective, is Klaus still there?
Klaus is still there, looking very shocked, and also kind of just, oh no. He doesn't. There's not much of a reaction other than just, oh no, and I'm kind of slowly trying to like back out, still like making himself as thin as he can, kind of shaking slightly, shuffling out backwards, like he had been looking at Sherwin, who's now gone, and is just kind of stiff as a board, getting out of there, trying to just not touch anything. He's obviously holding his breath, so his oh no.
I know you're trying to get off, and I know you're pretty much done, but I would like to grapple Klaus.
He's like, yeah, you'll feel him being very, very, very rigid, like when you touch him, because he's just in shock. So there's no resistance on his part. All he wants to do is get out and probably just do what he did the first time, which was run. And the necklace is on the tomb, and you could assume that maybe the curse possibly has been lifted. So good job on that, but also Sharon's gone.
And all he hears is, "We're not going anywhere yet."
Yeah, I mean,
oh
fair.
No! Is this the BBG?
Yeah, no,
it's starting to look like it.
Fucked up.
You two back at the Bake Temple don't even know anything about this because none of this has made any sound really. I don't think Solomon is really shouting, and this is shouting distance.
No, I assume it's more like a low voice, like
yeah,
you're not going
threatening.
Exactly. So for right now, you have no clue that anything just happened.
And Klaus also has no reason to scream for help because he knows the other person out there is me.
Yeah, he's also quite unable to scream right now. He's really just in kind of shock. Like he's not moving by himself almost at all. And I will have to tell Sherwin what you see. Like, you know, I'll write you a little bit, and we'll have to find some way to just finagle that in somewhere because there's totally ways this could go okay. I'm promising there is a way to get out of this. It's just a question of what happens next, and nobody else can help you because nobody's there.
Here's the thing, is you said there is a way to get out of this.
There is a way to get
out of this. That is not very reassuring.
There's a way to get killed without anybody ever noticing, and everything in between. This is just a new path that you opened up.
Gonna get to see my wife again, fellas. Gonna get to see my wife again.
Oh no, don't say that.
I mean, you have all your stuff with you. Anything that's
your
on
wife
you.
and Klaus can all hang out in the afterworld together shortly.
So
I'm gonna
we'll have to see.
Reach my final form and come back.
It'll kind of be a short thing. So all we need to do this is maybe an hour of just sitting down and figuring it out.
That sounds good.
Able to do it in like half an hour, but let's say an hour, just so you actually have time to think about things.
You you let me know when works for you. Even if it's like before you go to bed tonight, like let me know. Yeah, I'm not doing anything like in that part of the day, so
okay. So let's maybe just
You rock, and I appreciate you in these games, and you are awesome.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Wow!
I mean, you know, the first dex save, I set that as a 12.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't that high, and with the bless, you had a chance to make the 8 a 12.
Yeah.
And then the charisma save was a little bit higher, but not that high.
Everything happens as it should. The dice tell a better story than we ever could.
Yeah, I couldn't have imagined anything fitting happening right there. Thank you very much. We will tell you, or I will tell you if whatever happens next, if there is a reaction everybody else sees, or at least Solomon sees, and Klaus, I guess. I'll let you know in the chat. So, what happens in this in between time? Because it's maybe not a long time, so there might not be that much that is gonna change this, but I don't know yet.
Man.
We'll let you know as soon as we know what's happening. Oh wow! So yeah, thank you very much for now.
I appreciate you all. On that, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will make sure I update you guys on what. Oh, Lemon, I might be dead. We don't know. We're on a super duper cliffhanger right now, and I might not make it. But the episode will come back on YouTube in a couple days if you want to watch it. Yeah, it's it hurts. This is one of my favorite characters. Probably my favorite character. But yeah. I'm gonna set up a raid. It's they say I have a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Thank you guys for watching. Till next time.